before I start a career and everything, I know what to do to make my life a little bit better.
My name's Louise, and this week I will be swimming to the buoy at Heel Bay.
I think I set myself small personal goals, but I think life is more about enjoyment than achievements. So whatever I do, I care more about enjoying it than doing it well. So the aim of this week is to swim out to the buoy, but I've never done anything like this before. If it was a mixed group, I think I would just gravitate towards who I feel more comfortable with, male or female. But to me, anyway, women are more respectful of boundaries. I feel less pressure with women.
There is a thing about being in groups of women.
She said.
I don't know whether I specifically prefer it. Maybe I do. I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it. I've always found being with groups of women just really empowering.
You make friends with people that you wouldn't normally make friends with because you have this common interest, and age isn't a barrier. We've got ladies kind of in their 80s who are still doing it, and you make a really fresh, wonderful group of friends who all support each other and want to be there for each other. And you see all of us just in swimming costumes in the middle of winter, just walking around, laughing, eating cake, drinking tea, and I don't think that's something that you can get anywhere else.
I suppose another thing is when you get in the water and it's really cold, we might be describing what it's like on certain body parts. Which, if it's all women, nobody minds kind of talking about what it's like on menopause or that kind of thing. And if they're a men, we might be a bit more like, don't say vagina and stuff. I just said vagina, sorry.
I'm quite excited actually. Doing something new, meeting new people. I'm extremely nervous. The highest swim badge I've ever got is 25 metres. So I'm terrified, to be honest. I've got my bright pink shoes to help me and my pink hat so people can see. Not being able to reach the buoy. Not being able to reach the shore. A lot of drowning, really. But I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll have people there, experienced swimmers, bodyboards to maybe hold on to, maybe not, don't want to cheat, but yeah, it'll be good. It'll be fun. It'll be fine.
They weren't as bad. They weren't anything really bad as that. Just give it a really good stretch. Yeah. And it goes that way on. That goes.
I'm just going into bowl day, no toe floats, no goggles. Sun is on, bobbing about.
What, do you swim crawl or breaststroke? I'll be doing breaststroke. So you don't need goggles. No.
I've always liked swimming in the sea. I know that it's got the name wild swimming because that's quite a new thing, but I think for most of us it's just there's the sea. Why would we not swim in it? I prefer it to a pool. I don't like the chlorine in a pool. I don't like anything associated to swimming pools at all. They smell. The water's warm, that's nice, but apart from that, I'd much rather be in the sea.
So we all went into the water as a big group. It definitely felt a lot better than doing it one by one. I was told to submerge my shoulders in the water as soon as possible to get over the initial shock. The waves were very choppy and the currents were strong. The water was going up my nose, in my ears, which is the worst thing ever. You feel like you're starting to drown, really.
I feel that quite a lot of shock. The day to go to the boys, the first time, is a nasty flat day. I'm struggling, but it's fine.
I mean, I didn't know what could happen. Obviously, I knew I wouldn't die, but the waves come in every 5 seconds. You have to deal with treading water because you want to get out further and not be able to touch the bottom and be a little bit risky.
It's not a day for the boys.
No. As you go a bit further out, you'll see there's really big swells actually. Yeah. We can almost surf in here actually. Bodyboard further out.
The water in itself and the conditions are something that you have to be aware of, and they can be dangerous, but what's more dangerous is how we behave.
Do you know how to float on your back? No. Right, so tuck your knees up to your chest and just spread those legs really wide out, all right?
So I think for someone who is completely new, who's not an overly strong swimmer and new to sea swimming, I think getting to the buoy in one go might be a stretch.
I did once encourage a friend to come out there with me, and she said, "Oh, I'm not sure I can." I said, "Don't be silly, of course you can," and we got in a bit of trouble. So now I'm a bit like, don't make people go to the buoy. If they say they can't, they probably can't. So she wasn't ready, and she had to get kind of brought back by other people. And then I felt horrible.
I am a bit disappointed, yes. I didn't get my goal because the weather was not ideal. I was advised against it. The waves were very choppy, and Ali was saying that if you can't see the buoy for a certain amount of time, you know not to swim to the buoy, basically. So they all advised against it. But if I really wanted to do it, to try again in the next few days. It would have been nice to experience what these women experience all the time. I could have given up on Wednesday, yes. But I'm beginning to see how the sea calls you back. It was, I don't know, 8:30 in the morning, I had shorts on and a long sleeve top and obviously my swim stuff, but it was cold.
So when you fully go in, make sure you take a breath in, and then as you go in, blow out, all right? Yeah.
On Friday, I obviously went out with Ali, and she was great. She was just like, right, I'm taking off my clothes, we're getting in the water. She was full of confidence. It was great to see, but I think if it was a male instructor, I would have been very self-aware of my ability, of my looks. I know that's very shallow, but it's just always on my mind, because not that I have to impress other people, but I don't want to gross them out in a way.
I'm sure pretty much every woman can relate to wanting to look good and feeling wanting to feel the best that they can. And I think, you know, mixed group, there is that danger of, oh, well, you know, how do I look? Or am I going to look silly? And I think with an all predominantly female group, women just, because of what we're here for, nobody seems to care. And it is so empowering. And I certainly have felt a really big change in how I feel about myself and my body image.
Blowing out. There we go. Fantastic. Right, let's get going. All right. Yeah.
Trying to swim out to it, obviously you go in a straight line, but the tide was coming in, so you've got to work against that. And obviously the buoy is further out, so when you leave the bay, there's a current, and then there's the buoy, so you have to know that you've got to be a strong swimmer. I'm not used to swimming in the sea, so I found it very difficult to try and swim against the current. You start to think, oh, I can't breathe properly. Oh, I'm starting to get a little bit shaky. I was maybe 20-30 metres away from it, so Ali graciously and very nicely towed me. You think, oh my God, I've got to the buoy. That's it, I've done my goal, but then you have to turn around and swim the way back, and that is quite hard because you are deflated. There is an end goal in sight, but there's always that self-doubt in your head.
Well done. Hooray.
I knew I could do it. It was just confidence, and I needed some encouragement as well. You know, obviously this happens to men as well, but people get stuck in the same routines and it does bring them down. So it's great that there is this female group that encourages each other, you know, all shapes, sizes, colours, whatever. Everyone looks great and appreciates everyone, and it's all just love.
I think it's becoming more common and more acceptable for women to embrace that. And actually, when you've got a group of women, different ages, different sizes, all in swimming costumes, getting in the sea together, you can't really get away from the idea that we are there and we are bringing our bodies.
Even though the goal was to swim to the buoy, I don't think I would have done it if I didn't enjoy it. I don't think I ever doubted myself, but it's nice to know that a group of women that I'd never met before didn't either.